Okay, so let's work through this first verb we have, which is I have hidden the donuts from you. So let's take on have hidden and let's show how we actually use the verb expansion rule to actually break this down. So we start off with the tense, and it's always the tense of the very first word. All right, the tense of the very first word. So even though it says hidden, the tense is actually the tense of this word have. And so have is present, and if you need to, you can write that down for yourself if you need a reminder, the fact that have and has are both present. My green doesn't show up real well, my blue here. And then that had is past. All right, so we say the present, then we're going to put a little plus sign, and then we're going to continue on. Next thing we have is this modal. And so this modal right here is going to say, okay, what modal do you have in the verb string have hidden? Well, I don't have a modal. I don't have a can or a shall or a will. I don't have a must. I don't have a modal. So remember, just like we said, with the verb expansion rule, if something's in parentheses, that means that it's optional. So if I don't have a modal, I get to skip that. And I'm just going to work my way down logically through all 5 parts. So I skip that. Next thing I look for is, do I have any form of have? It doesn't matter if I have the word have or has or had. If I have any of those 3, I get to write in have plus en. So here I'm going to write the word have plus en. Plus sign, making like a little mathematical equation. Next, I look for an ing. So if I have a form of ing in this verb down here, I get to add in be plus ing. But I don't. I just have hidden. There is no ing. So if there is no ing, that means I just simply skip this. Remember, these 3 parts in the middle have parentheses, meaning that they're optional, and you don't have to have them. So this time I don't have an ing, so I skip it. Lastly is my main verb. You'll always have a main verb. You'll always have a tense at the very beginning, and you always have a main verb. And the main verb is always the verb at the very end. But I'm going to put it in its base form. So its base form is the main form of hide. So therefore, the mathematical deconstruction of have hidden is the present of have plus en plus hide. If I glue it back together, and we're going to try going backwards and forwards, this little tag always travels with the next word. All right, so if I try gluing those together, I end up having the word haven, and haven's not a verb. So what I'm really saying is the present of have is have or has, and then the en form of hide is hidden. So therefore, I've created have hidden, and that's how we deconstruct the verb and then reconstruct the verb. All right, let's try some more together.